engaged here. 1v1 Green Tooth Gorge, blue side. Alexander Begg, also known as Eye of Horus, plays a Techmarine. Starts off range combat, puts out some nice damage, also has nice utility, can build structures and repair. Looks like we have some Blood Angels on show. Up against Tex as a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and destructive commander that uses spells, fights mainly to start off. Some Black Legion. Chaos Space Marines on the field for Tex. Alexander Begg going for some Loyalist Tactical Marines. Bit more durable and versatile than their chaotic counterparts, who can specialize very offensively in tier 2 and counter tactical marines. West side being capped by heretics, and we have a double heretic build from Tex, double scouts from Eye of Horus. Tactical marines using Kraken bolts mid, but they're going to need to back off here, don't want to stand out of cover. Techmarine didn't finish his cap on the east. Chaos Sorcerer loitering around. I'm going to go try and tie up these tactical marines, I think. Chaos Space Marines moving from cover to cover, which is what you want to do in DoW2. We'll probably see it quite a lot with these marines. Scouts splitting up so the heretics cannot doom blast both squads, and getting shot down by Eye of Horus now. Chaos Sorcerer consuming a heretic as well, restoring his energy. 486, 500. Chaos Space Marines capping mid. Techmarine pushing down the east side, orientating himself in such a way that he can shoot at these heretics while he caps there. And Tex is pushing for this combat. In amongst the Techmarine, he's already taken down 3 models, and he's in melee here. Takes down another model. Is Tex going to stay in his combat? Takes down another. Finally retreats. Gets away with 3 models. Did a decent amount of damage to the Techmarine though. 469, 500 is a 2-to-1 cap for Tex. Going for some more Chaos Space Marines. Oh, we're going to see shotgun scouts for Eye of Horus, perhaps even double shotgun scouts. Interesting to see what Tex does with his heretics as well. Heretics always so vital to a Chaos tier 1. How you use them, how you preserve them, how much damage you can do with them. 453, 500. Techmarine now being chased off under Chaos Space Marine's bolt of fire. And Chaos Sorcerer will not chase, he will cap east side. Techmarine playing it very cool. He's going to use this thing, whatever it is, for cover. Chaos Space Marines also getting in cover. Kraken Bolt. Tactical Marines should be forcing melee here, I think. Doing decent damage to the CSM either way, and Techmarine retreats with around 30 hit points. Well judged by Eye of Horus. Scouts being chased off the center by Chaos Space Marines. Do not lose a model though, and these guys will cap mid. They should have chased the scouts, I think, because these guys are now decapping this power. Here comes the Chaos Sorcerer. Can he get a Doom Blast off on these guys? Takes one down with a bolt pistol shot. Special attack which misses. The Chaos Sorcerer has an awesome psychic special attack though. Gets a hit. Cannot take a model. Can he get one more hit with his melee charge? Chaos Space Marines not in the position to force melee, and Assault Marines hit the field for Eye of Horus. Now going after the Sorcerer, gets off a Doom Blast, nicely done, but needs to retreat. Can he get away here? Should be able to, unless these guys jump again. Heretics chasing scouts, but they're down to 3 models. A very good tier 1 so far for Eye of Horus. He's lost a single scout, I think. 371, 500. Tex has a triple cap and has some pretty nice map control here. Noisey Marines on the field for Tex. Not what you'd expect to see against Space Marines, especially with some Assault Marines on the field. These guys are a great unit though. They have this Noise Blaster which disables range weapons and puts out a fair amount of damage as well. Let's not forget that. Jumped by these Assault Marines. They do have a way to counter melee squads. There we see it, Cacophony. It does knock down allied troops as well, which is why you want to keep your Noise Marines isolated, so if they do get meleeed, They can use their cacophony, but they are jumped again here. Tech's trying to keep them in play, forces off the Assault Marines, now forcing melee with his Chaos Sorcerer, but they do get away without a loss. Nicely done by Eye of Horus. He's also whacked this power with these Flamer Tactical Marines. Heretics wiped there. Most likely we will see the plasma gun from the Techmarine in tier 2. He's done very well so far, almost level to 2, compared to the Sorcerer, whose XP bar has barely filled up there. Here come the Noise Marines. Can I get a shot off? I'm going to try and force off Eye of Horus and then hit this power perhaps. There we see them fire. They actually had pretty decent range, these Noise Marines. The two members that have bolters recently got a damage buff as well, and completely shutting down these two Tactical Marine models with their Noise Blaster there. And look at the damage it's doing. Here come Assault Marines. Eye of Horus happy to keep these Marines in play, but they are taken down in melee by Chaos Space Marines. And again, Cacophony used very well. Tech's keeping his Noise Marines isolated. Really nice play, but he's in risk of losing a model here, but he does take down an Assault Marine. Very nice engagement for Tex, though he doesn't have his Noise Marines in play to take down this generators. Needs to shoot them up with bolters, and he's going to try to as well. Look at this map control for Tex. East side is starting to turn blue though, thanks to these sneaky scouts. They have their sergeant, gives them a fragmentation grenade. The other scout squad also getting a sergeant, and Eye of Horus goes tier 2. Tex could go very soon though, just needs 2 more power. 294, 466. They did take out 1 generator, and now we'll try and take down this one, and there we go. Chaos Sorcerer being aggressive here, trying to tie up this Techmarine. Doom bolts beautifully done on his Assault Marines, takes out a model, but he does have his CSM bunched up there, and they are both hit by the jump. A mistake from Tex. Here come Tactical Marines with Flamer using their Kraken bolts. Almost took out another Assault Marine. That was very lucky retreat from Eye of Horus. 2 models with 40 hit points. Chaos Space Marines lose a model and retreat. Tactical Marines forced off by Tex. This is excellent pressure from him. Grenade. Well dodged. Now trying to force melee on these scouts. Chaos Space Marines have very good melee damage for a ranged squad. 262, 466. And force off those scouts and Techmarine. Here come aspiring champion heretics to help out, take down a node. Can he decap it? No, he's going to try and take down a generator as well. Chaos Space Marines now idle, and they have Eternal War now. And Tech's hitting tier 2. What is Eye of Horus going to go for? Is he go for straight for a Dreadnought perhaps? 243, 466. Nice Marines having a bit of a scuffle with some scouts, so they're going to try and push this power maybe. Alexander Begg now pushing down the east side.
We're losing a power node to the enemy.
Tech's just unable to take out this generator, has 10 hit points remaining, retreated slightly too early. Chaos Sorcerer now level 2. Techmarine also level 2, and he is going for a Dreadnought. How is Tech's going to deal with this? Needs to get some havocs. 224, 466. Cacophony again. Noise Marines have done quite well so far. They are under fire though from these Tactical Marines now. There is the Sound Blaster though doing its thing. Assault Marines with another very lucky retreat here. Oh, they do lose a model, was going to say. Sync kill from the Chaos Sorcerer. They're still pretty lucky though. 2 models with 125 hit points. Noise Marines preserving all their models so far. And the Dreadnought hits the field for Eye of Horus. Plasma gun is up on the Techmarine and just about gets away. Blood Angel's Dreadnought. Good thing for Tex, it's not a Furioso. Has 2 close combat claws. Can get some ranged weapons. And we might see the assault cannon, I think, especially if the Dreadnought takes a bunch of damage. What is Tech's going to do to counter? He's gone for some Plague Marines. I don't think that's going to be enough to take down a Dreadnought. Unless he gets double Plague Marines, maybe. Noisey Marines losing a model. Getting away with 165. Sorcerer in trouble. Is the Dreadnought going to take him down? Very, very nearly did. To the damage he did in retreat there. He does 100 DPS. Heavy melee with a 40 damage splasher, I think it is. Scouts using their shotguns at close range trying to take down this node. Markov Zinch kills Space Marines for Techs. And some Markov Khorne guys as well. Getting their aspiring champion, they will get a melter pistol. Tech's taking this west side back, that's his natural side. Eye of Horus doing some pretty good map control now, and now has this big Dreadnought for Tech's to deal with. And here are the Plague Marines. Very tough infantry, have this missile launcher which snares, also do damage over time with their bolters, and here's the missile hit. Not a huge amount of damage as you can see, but it has snared the Dreadnought. I think he's going to need something else though to deal with it, especially with double scouts and a Techmarine to repair that Dreadnought. Plague Marines are not actually heavy infantry in this game, they are just infantry, so they do have really high health regeneration. 220, 378, a 2-to-1 cap for Eye of Horus. Tex is going to push mid now. Just try and snare the Dreadnought perhaps and keep it from meleeing his other stuff. In fact, we do have an assault cannon now up on the Dreadnought for Eye of Horus. Really nasty anti-infantry range weapon, also suppresses. Plague Marines under Zinch worship, decapping mid. And they will now cap it. No, they back off. Their death explosion no longer heals their own squad, so their durability is not what it was in retail. They're going to force melee on his scouts. There's a grenade. Knocks the aspiring champion on his ass, but he'll get back up. Eye of Horus looking very strong in the mid, now has his sergeant up on his assault marines. Flamers trying to hit power here. Can they finish off the node? They can. Now need to retreat. He might lose his squad now, and I think he will. Markov Khorne CSM finishing off the tactical marines, or do they? No, the Markov Zinch guys did. 220, 316. WTF says Eye of Horus, bit of an odd retreat there. East side is still blue.
Fight on and drive the enemy back.
Eye of Horus doesn't seem too concerned about the centre being decapped. He has the double right now. Noisey Marines, no sign of their blast muster yet. Get in the building here. Dreadnought can no longer flame it out with that assault cannon. And just firing the sound blaster out of the building. Chaos Sorcerer has Vessels of the Warp and the Rod of Warpfire, which he used on those scouts, and then a Dark Flames. Nicely done. Almost wiped them out. Now being chased though by assault marines. And he's going to lose this Chaos Sorcerer. Dreadnought forcing melee on retreat and takes him down. You saw him inspiring these assault marines and this Techmarine with that melee kill. Tech's, I think, retreated the wrong squad, yes. Or something. Press the wrong button. 220, 251. Eye of Horus goes tier 3. Plague Marines did cap mid. Can't see them doing much else though. They're not going to deal with that Dreadnought by themselves. They're going to be tied up by the assault squad. Don't have the durability that they did. And are now back at base. He really needs to try and focus down these assault marines, I think. Their mobility is going to be a real pain. Doing loads of damage there. Took half of their hit points away. Still level 1, the assault squad. So you might see them turn into Vanguard veterans actually. 209, 247. Tech's now going for a Chaos Dreadnought. Could get Markov Zinch and try and take down that loyalist Dreadnought quite quickly. Aspiring Champion Heretics now chasing down scouts. I think they already used their grenade or shotgun blast, one of them. These scouts leveling to 2, chased down by Markov Pawn and CSM. Markov Zinch guys level to 2. I have Horus now going to the east side. Chaos Sorcerer is still down there, and Chaos Space Marines will decap mid. Aspiring Champion Heretics lost a bunch of models. Maybe they did eat a grenade. Tex hasn't really bashed power enough with his Noise Marines, I don't think. Might be seeing a Blast Master now. 209, 225, and we do have a Markov Zinch Chaos Dreadnought. Gives it this missile launcher, which is a very, very strong vehicle counter from range. And some Vanguard veterans on the field for Horus. Really, really awesome. First Company Assault Marines get a Thunder Hammer, 2 Power Swords, and a Lightning Claw. And they will be more than a match for these Chaos Space Marines with Markov Pawn. There's Merciless Strike as well. Ouch, not much Markov Pawn CSM can do if they get a jump and a Merciless Strike. Forcing off both of those squads. Thought we were going to see Retreat Grenade there, but not quite. Now going after these Plague Marines. Plague Marines tied up. Debuffing the speed of these Vanguard veterans. And there we see their explosion come into play, knocking down and damaging those Vanguard veterans, which saved them there. And Dreadnoughts fighting to the death in melee, and Tex loses that fight because of this repair that the Techmarine and the scouts were doing. Tried to stop it with the Dark Flames, and Tex not too happy. IF Horus now has a Predator, and it's going to be very, very difficult for Tex to deal with. 174, 225. Suppose he doesn't want to get Havocs because the Vanguard veterans would just jump them and tear them to pieces. Though he could protect them with these 2 CSM squads, so we'll see. Scouts harassing power. Really, really nice play from IF Horus. Center is red, east is blue. This Dreadnought being repaired, and west is still blue. Heretics will retake Texas Natural. I don't think he will bother with a las cannon since he's just facing infantry right now. Just some nice range fire support. Dreadnought path blocking the Techmarine here. He's doing a little dance. And we do have a Blast Master now on these Noise Marines. Turns them into an artillery unit, but they are backing the hell off from this tank here. Shotgun blast on these Markov Pawn CSM. These nicely infiltrated scouts. Level 2 and level 2. Some really nice scout play from IF Horus. Doesn't have the energy to chuck a grenade in this guy's retreat path, but will decap that fully matured Rec Point 168204. Tex now trying some Havocs to counter those vehicles. Gone for Markov Zinch, will give them a las cannon. Has 2 Plague Marines left. Doesn't really hurt their effectiveness though, since they retain their missile launcher. Will lower their damage versus infantry, of course. Predator now pushing down this western side. He's going to shoot up these generators. No, yes he is. Here come the Plague Marines to try and scare it off. Where are those Havocs gone? They are also coming up this west side. Techmarine decapping, and Tex really, really, really under pressure here. Look at the map. There is the assault cannon barrage keeping these Markov Zinch CSM at bay. Vanguard veterans back at base, healing up. 1,600 hit points to level 1, not bad. Blastmaster is set up here, and it has range to this VP. It needs to cap it first though. 168, 173. IF Horus could get a Land Raider soon. He could get Terminators. He could get a Venerable Dreadnought and a grenade on those Noise Marines. And they didn't lose a model. What the hell? 168, 157. Heretics now going after these scouts using Doom Blast. One of them went flying. Getting owned by the Predator and back off. Las Cannon now in this building. Is he going to take down the Techmarine, is he? No, gets away with 3 hit points, 2 hit points. Wow. There's the Assault Cannon barrage. And that does take out a Noise Marine model. Eye of Horus can get anything he likes right now, and he's going for a Land Raider. 168, 117, that's pretty much going to be GG. No way Tex can deal with a Predator, a Dreadnought, and a Land Raider. Double cap. Chaos Sorcerer is going to cap his natural back for a 2-to-1. Markov Corner CSM trying to go after this Predator, but are forced off by these scary Vanguard veterans. Tex did decap the east side, is not giving up here. Land Raider Redeemer is halfway done though, and he must expect something big coming, because he hasn't put enough pressure on this power. Scouts will retake the east side. Look at this though, Chaos Sorcerer trying to decap mid. Taking tons of damage from his Assault Cannon Dreadnought, level 2 now. And Vanguard Veterans jump the Noise Marines. They do get a really nasty warp fire hit. And Vanguard Veterans get away with all 4 models and 300 hit points. 168, 81, it's a 2-to-1 cap for Eye of Horus. Land Raider hits the field.
The enemy is capturing one of our strategic points.
And Scouts still decapping Eye of Horus, always keeping busy, hurting Texas economy. But these guys are not. That's a fully matured +30 rec point. Dreadnought being repaired. Here are Plague Marines. And there is marked target on the Plague Marines, signal armor from the Techmarine there. Las Cannon is here, only 1 model though. Tech's really not giving up. And Bloodletters from a Circle of Summoning causing havoc. But here is the Land Raider Redeemer now. Basically a mobile base for the Space Marines, has a twin-linked assault cannon, 2 heavy flamers and a multi-melter. Predator has been barely touched in fact. And another Chaos Dreadnought for Tex. Marcos each again perhaps. 168, 44, it's a 1-to-1. And Tex is putting pressure on the east side. Chaos Space Marines are capping. West is still red. If he could use a Marcos Inch Dread to pull this out, it would be epic, but I don't think he's going to. Twin Link Las Cannon now on this Predator. That's going to be even more of a headache for the Dreadnought that's just about to come on the field. A single Plague Marine doesn't want to shoot his missile launcher apparently, and runs away. Very nearly level 3 this Dreadnought, and now has Dark Age of technology up to 1620 hit points. And here we see the Chaos Dreadnought, and it is getting Marcos each again. 154, 44. Eye of Horus retaking the east side thanks to these scouts. Las Cannon setting up. Blastmaster setting up, which will also do good damage to vehicles. Gets a big hit on the Land Raider there, and here comes the Marcos Inch Chaos Dreadnought. Noise Marine retreats though. Las Cannon here, and look at the damage the Land Raider's taken already. 154, 31, it's a 2-to-1 for Eye of Horus still. Ouch. Chaos Dreadnought took 2 big shots from the Twin Las Cannon and backs the hell off. Here come CSM in from the flank, stopped in their tracks though by Vanguard Veterans, who are now level 2, 1840 hit points. There's a Rod of Warp Fire hit. Markov Corner CSM will be taken out here, I think. No, they get away. Or do they? Level 2, looks like they will get away. The Dreadnought goes down, and there is GG. 154 and 11. That was Tex's last hope to try and take something down with that Dreadnought. A valiant effort though, he didn't give up, did he? Chaos Sorcerer still trying to decap stuff. 154 and 4, it's a 2-to-1 cap, and Eye of Horus will take it. Some really good early scout play. I think the key was Eye of Horus used his scouts better than Tex, used his heretics, asserted some map control, constantly hit his power with those tactical marines with flamers, and did a great job of map control as well. Tex, unable to counter the vehicles, his plague marines, not very impressive in this game, I don't think. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time.